Hi everyone, this is Killshop99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead. Season 9, Episode 7, complete spoiler. Good morning, everybody. Chad is just off the hook this morning. So I do want to get into this. It's going to be a relatively quick stream. Not a lot of interaction because I know people have a busy day. So I'm going to throw these out there, but I do have an announcement to make. You are going to want to tune in for the noon announcement because there's going to be some sad news that I'm going to report. Not going to report it in this video. This is going to be the spoiler information. But yes, you are going to have to come back, and that's probably going to be a 10 to 15 minute video as well. So a couple quick videos today. I know they are some odd times. Scott Kern is super chatting. Going to make the video a little bit longer. Says, hey, Kills, apparently we will not see Hilltop. And you are correct. So let me walk through this really quickly with everyone. Some of the stuff we talked about earlier in the week, I love this because it is being confirmed. One of the first things right out of the gate, and once again, let me say that these spoilers are courtesy of Spoiling Dead's fan page. So just a special shout out to the shiny firefly and the ninja as well. So ninjas and pancakes, good combination. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. Let's get to it. So how's the episode begin? It begins with Rosita running through the woods, and this is going to sound familiar, right? Panicking as she hears whispers coming from every direction. That is spot on. Remember we talked about how Rosita would be kind of hearing like, over here, they're not here. If you guys saw all the streams this week, you will know that we talked about that a little bit earlier. So kind of cool with that. You see walkers walking around. You get used to it, but when you start to hear them whisper, you think you're losing your mind. So it looks like Rosita thinks she's going to be losing her mind a little bit. Scott, we're going to talk about it at 12 o'clock. Thank you for the super chat, but not going to get it out of this stream. It's going to be a stream especially talking about that extra information. So let's go to, do we find out what happened to Maggie? This is prediction number 2. We were spot on with this one as well. Sadiq finally tells Michonne that Maggie went with Georgie to help build another community. If you guys remember, we said that Maggie's exit would probably not be shown. It would be kind of through hearsay, people talking about it little by little. I know a lot of people said that did not do the character justice, but we did talk about that as well. This one we were off on, but who's the leader of the Hilltop? It's Jesus. It's not Tara. It's not Enid. It is Jesus. So he is not happy about it. He's kind of a reluctant leader, kind of like Daryl was with the Sanctuary. So he does kind of take control of it, but Tara is really the one doing all the work, and Enid is the doctor. So it looks like, before it was Maggie and Jesus, now it's Jesus getting, he's the figure, and Tara's doing all the work. So a lot of people said that Tara's arc may be over, but no, looks like she's got some more stuff on her plate. So, that's pretty much all that's going on with Hilltop. So we know that's going down. Carol, pit stopping to meet Daryl. What is the purpose of it? So here's the way it goes down. Daryl's out there in the wilderness, and Carol wants to take Henry to Hilltop, but she doesn't want to leave him by himself, so she's going to ask Daryl to be kind of like a chaperone and to watch over Henry to make sure he's okay. So moving on to Michonne's journey to the Hilltop. On the way to the Hilltop, they make it to Magnus Camp, only to find out that everyone is dead. They stay at that industrial building we saw with the slingshot. When they go forward, they run into a herd. Michonne realizes it is the same herd because there is Bernie. So we get to see Bernie, who she's been told about, and I guess they recognize how he's dressed, his oddly colored shirt. Michonne has to put Bernie down because Magna cannot do it. And Michonne expressed that she didn't intend to accompany them all the way to Hilltop. And she's needed back at Alexandria. However, she does change her mind. And let's see, they run into, some scouts run into them and notify them that Rosita is now at Hilltop in need of medical care. So Michonne's on her way. She's thinking about going back to Alexandria, but then somebody's like, hey, something happened with Rosita, so they panic and they decide move forward to Hilltop. So it doesn't appear as if they're all going to make it to Hilltop. So they're still on their way. More to come on that. And the big news this week is what happens with Rosita and Eugene. Apparently, they do both escape, but Eugene is left at Cheryl's she shed out in the woods, and they're going to have to basically go back and rescue him. And that is going to be that scene where we get everybody at the end with Daryl, Daryl, Jesus, the dog, and also Aaron are watching the walkers mill around before they decide to go, out there. And, they're observing as they're going, but basically it's a rescue mission for Eugene. So people want to know about the dog. So the dog is getting a lot of airtime. We were correct with this as well. The dog gets caught in one of Daryl's traps. So we're about 3 out of 4 with the spoiler predictions. Daryl has been setting up these traps, and the dog will basically go out and partner with Daryl and let him know when there's walkers trapped in the trap. So the dog gets stuck in one of them. Henry will save Daryl and also the dog. And this is where it kind of convinces Daryl to go back with Henry to Hilltop. Magnus Group does not make it to Hilltop at the end. And Daryl does decide to join the group, so he does leave with Carol and Henry to accompany them to Hilltop. And what happens at the end of the episode, big news here, Daryl, the dog, Aaron, and Jesus leave the Hilltop to look for Eugene based upon information. All right, so then that would mean, that Michonne's group does not make it to Hilltop, but Daryl, Carol, and Henry do, which is funny because if Daryl's up there to chaperone Henry, then basically he's going to leave Henry at the Hilltop to go with Aaron, Jesus, and the dog to go look for Eugene because Rosita's there. So that does still set up some of the stuff that we talked about, that they may find Eugene. The fight could happen next week, so that still looks like it's in play. Maybe they do find Eugene, and Daryl takes Eugene back, and then we get Jesus and Aaron that have their confrontation with Beta. So that is not confirmed. That's not part of the spoiler, but it does still look like we can have a major event going down in Episode 8. So this doesn't look like there's a lot of action. In fact, and no hate on Walking Dead. You guys know we love it. If I had to rate this episode just based on the events, and it seems it's not quite a filler episode, but it is a transitional type of episode, this one feels like about an 8 to me. It doesn't feel like that, big lot of stuff is going to go down. But there is going to be some sad news that I am going to reveal in the 12 o'clock stream. So you are going to want to be back for that. So as far as our predictions go at this point, we did say we'd get the taste of the Whispers last episode. We'd get a little bit more of a reveal. So Rosita will be at Hilltop. So it does look like we will see the Hilltop, contrary to what some people are reporting, because Rosita's going to give the group information. Then at the end of the episode, they're going to go back out and look for him. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of the Hilltop, but we do know that Carol makes it, Daryl makes it, Henry makes it. No Lydia, apparently. So we're off on that as well. But Michonne's group is still out on the road, and it looks like there could be some danger lurking with that. So that's what we got. This is the complete spoiler. Like I said, this is going to be an 8 to 10 minute episode. I know a lot of people want to watch the playback, so we're not going to keep it super long. And I am going to wind this stream down right now. There will be some sad news at 12 o'clock. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you back at noon. Thank you. Scott, 12 o'clock, my man. All right, peace, everybody.